the digital age. It's an Aquarian age.
All right.
So, every year, like, we change over and we're going to a new Aquarian age each time.
So this is the digital
Yeah,
Aquarian
man, it's
age.
a new Aquarian age again.
All right, we're looking forward to great things.
But,
in this age.
if we don't have good eyesight, we can't see that.
Well,
we'd
have had 20. We'd have had 20/20 vision last year.
Well, we need more than that this year. we need to, stop adding these limits to our
imagination.
Yes, man.
To ourselves. Definitely.
So we're going to touch a little bit on the eye this morning, and the government was doing a little bit on diabetes.
That's right.
And stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Diabetes is not so hard to deal with. People need to change their lifestyle. It's one of the greatest lifestyle thing that is going on now. Mm-hmm. The way how people live them life. Them putting too much pressure on the pancreas.
All right.
Yeah, man. Them not people feel for taking stuff that is bitter and which is sour.
Mm-hmm.
The liver and the pancreas is very important in all of these things. People treating them very bad.
Not treating them at all.
No. Even in the festive season, people drink a lot of alcohol and then not cleaning back the liver or anything.
In another conversation, I was speaking to a medical doctor, and she pointed out that, and we've spoken about it as well, that fungus and so grows on the skin, and you've shared with me that liver is...
It's an indication that something is wrong with the liver.
My liver needs some help because I feel some little...
Even spider veins, as Shaman is telling you. See a lot of ladies coming up, even men, some redness on the feet, certain areas when it almost reach to the instep. It's a liver showing you that, listen, there's too much toxin and I can't deal with this.
Definitely.
They need something to clean me up.
All right.
But instead, these people clean them up, they keep pushing more toxin in the liver.
All right. So you're going to help us this morning identify some of those things that we need.
Yeah, man, we have a lot of Jamaican herbs here, right here in Jamaica. Some of them is endemic. No, what I said, they're only in Jamaica.
That's right.
Yeah, man, them indigenous to Jamaica. Guinean do a little cleaning to the liver.
All right.
Yeah. We have milk thistle. It cleans the liver. You have dandelion root. Cleans the liver also. You have a lot more from manjo bitters to Cersei do a little cleaning. Especially, basically I'm saying anything that is bitter. Rice bitters, which is garden balsam, it do a little cleaning to the liver also.
All right.
Those bitter things, it work on the gall of the liver, which contain all those toxin.
Okay.
The bitter gall.
All right.
So you need something bitter there to deal with it. So, and the liver actually did over 500 different functions in the body. It is very important.
All right.
Even for your waste, the liver deal with most things for dealing with waste.
Processing of disposal of waste.
Even the color of your waste
is an indication of how the liver is functioning.
Yeah, man, and the liver have to get that color too.
Okay. All right. So let me just remind the listeners that you are in tune to Fit FM 96.7. The program is The Herbalist and You, and our resident herbalist, certified herbalist, Mr. Richard Erskine, is in studio with us this morning. And the topic that we've started on, building on something, on a momentum that was initiated or being publicized by the Ministry of Health and Wellness, diabetes, the treatment, the handling of diabetes. And as you've heard in Mr. Erskine's preamble, it is one of the leading lifestyle diseases. And we're focusing on the liver, the function of the liver, and how to treat and maintain and service your liver.
Yes, man. It's a very vital organ, you know. The other one you need to touch on is the pancreas. As I said, people taking most things, people drink more sugar than anything.
Yes, guilty.
Without doing any exercise.
Yeah, man, sound like me.
That is not good.
You've told me. I'm working on it.
It's not good. The same energy while you're building up can break you down. You need to
use it.
Yeah, man, use it to do something. So we need to balance the way how we use our pancreas. The pancreas deal with sugar oxidation. So if we're not treating the pancreas right, we're going to have a problem there. No sugar oxidation taking place there if it's not being treated good.
Okay.
And when that is not being taking place, no insulin is being produced.
Right.
If produced, just a small amount.
Right.
So it can't reach to the whole body.
Mm-hmm.
And then that affect the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the body start to get shortage of nutrients in certain areas, or doesn't get the nutrients at all.
So let me see if I remember, because my memory is not the best, but you've spoken about this so many times. Let me remember. Let me see if I can refresh myself of the process. So insulin is the key that unlocks
the cells.
the cells of the body,
Right.
and the sugar. So insulin unlock the cells. Sugar is what carry the new and energize the cells,
Right.
and therefore
It work on the mitochondria of the cells.
all right. So therefore, the cells absorb those. First of all, the insulin have to unlock the cell
And bind itself to the sugar to bring it in.
and bring in
So
the
it
sugar.
oxidize the sugar.
So all right, and then also that gives the cells the energy to take in the other nutrients and do the functions that they need
Right.
to do. All
And
right.
so the sugar is like an excipient in there.
All right.
So it even though it is working as to give energy,
Mm-hmm.
it brings the nutrients faster to the cells.
All right. So you see, me, I pay attention in me. It has stick with me.
Yeah, man.
And I hope it is sticking with the listeners so they understand how their body functions. So basic biology. Well, this is more than basic biology still, because you understand. But it is biology in a way that we can understand and appreciate it, and know what we're doing to ourselves when we take in certain things. All right. Thanks.
So as I'm saying, if the pancreas is not producing as much insulin, you're going to be having problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is balance our diet. I always tell you there's 4 key things. People taking 2 of them.
Salt and
sugar. You need bitter and
sour.
sour.
Mm-hmm.
Without those things, diabetes is going to be around all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just include these things in your diet,
mm-hmm.
once or twice a week, something bitter, even 3 times a week,
mm-hmm.
we're using the liver so much.
Definitely.
And we need to keep it clean. So if you add more, just put those 2 things on the diet. Write them on the roster too.
Mm-hmm.
Then listen, we're going to get bitter and sour in the food as well, what we're taking.
And you've always said, let your kitchen be your first pharmacy. Your
use your food as medicine, and don't use medicine as
food. Mm-hmm. So what am I? All right. So of course, we want to make sure that the business is supported. So we want to invite the listeners to be sure to stop by More Life Products and pick up some of these things. But other than stopping by, give me some of the practical things. Some of this you've named several, but I'm going to be honest with you. None of them name the fly over my head. I don't know them.
Okay.
Right. So what is something if you have in my kitchen now?
You need some dandelion root.
I need dandelion.
Rice bitters. That's a common name. Enough people know that.
I know the name, but what that look like? What is that?
It's a shrub.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't grow to at all. It mostly,
okay,
about 18 inches in height.
And how am I using these things? Dandelion root.
You can boil them, but you boil them to a wheat decoction, so you use small amounts.
So it's teas we're taking these things.
Or you check More Life product, we give you in a package with the recommended dose.
All right.
A recommended dose is important.
Definitely.
Things work better at the optimal level.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
But we need these things in our diet.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, milk tissue.
Right. You said that a while ago, and I can't imagine what that is.
Milk tissue is same shrubs.
Mm-hmm.
It's around a lot. A lot of people only use the seeds, but it is proven that it's not just the seeds, the entire plant. It for you that liver detoxification.
All right. Milk tissue. So we got 3 so far. We got rice bitters, dandelion root, and milk tissue.
Bitter wood are the quassia tree.
Bitter wood. That's not the same thing as true stick.
No.
All right.
Bitter
wood.
True stick can use a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have that bitter taste.
Mm-hmm.
But bitter wood is a bit different.
All right.
People call it bitter wood here, but they have a name, the quassia.
Mm-hmm.
That tree. I think people look on it as the almost independent into its kingdom where it is in terms of the class of plant.
All right.
Kingdom, phylum, class, genes, where the plant is concerned.
Mm-hmm. It's not one thing.
Yeah, man. Based off of what it can do, the action.
All right.
They do a lot.
All
And
right.
it get rid of worms.
Parasites.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Even though it's just bitter, it really move because let me tell you a little trick. Anything that you take in bitter, the worms don't really like it.
I'm like sweet.
Yeah, them prefer something sweet.
Definitely. Can hear them a
So,
dance right now.
yeah, man, all those things. So, getting this bitter stuff and this sour stuff, your life will be much better. You can say goodbye to those insulin injection and all them stuff.
Strong claim that in a boss.
Yeah, man. And your food, you're turning a medicine now.
Yes, man.
You get more self-aware of what we are eating or what to be eating. Don't just take up everything because it named food and just eat it. Know what to eat.
All right. So part of managing or preventing diabetes. So and again, we have to. I want to be clear because you have two types of diabetes, and we've spoken about them where the body doesn't produce enough insulin.
Right. That's like a broken key. It's not reaching everywhere.
Not reaching everywhere, and then where the pancreas actually shuts down,
not producing
any at all. So
there are herbs when it's not. We have herbs that can restart that pancreas for you and offer it inulin.
Because there's one fundamental point that I must agree with, that my mind leads me to agree with, is that you can't have a dead organ in your body.
No.
So the pancreas, even though it not producing,
it's only in dormancy.
It's only in dormancy. I agree with that.
So you just need a little energy. So whatsoever herb I'm going to be giving you is going to be
stimulating it, wake it up.
Yeah, man.
Yes, man. I agree with that.
And I'm going to be giving you something for the immune system also.
I wonder who is out there who has a diabetes challenge, who is willing to come forward and take you up on this information. You know, I'm putting it out to the listeners. What you have to lose. The herbalist is here, certified, over 12 years certification, over 7 decades of practicing in herbs. And he is charging you and telling you that, listen, these are the functions of the organs of the body, and this is how you service these organs and put them in balance. And once they're in balance,
remember, we're not curing it.
I'm keen on using the word put them in balance. Right. I never once cure a while ago. I learned my lesson, right? So we're putting them in balance, and once they're in balance, they will perform the function that they were designed to do. And if they do that, along with exercise, because you haven't left that out.
That's a part of the diet. You know?
That is part of the lifestyle, a part of the diet.
Yeah, man.
You know, like when you say part of the diet, you know, can you tell me, say, when we don't eat, we have to go run 2 miles, you know. But all right, we're going to work on it. We're going to inculcate, we're going to internalize it.
I want to tell you a little thing again. When you get a cut, you know, you have nanoparticles inside you.
Right.
That makes with the body itself. There are in some cells named the nanog cells in your body. They deal with catastrophic injury. But nanite cells use heat, just like how the body uses calories. So we get all of that from energy. So the more energy you build up, and you know, the more heat
you produce,
right?
Better those nanites.
Faster.
Oh gosh,
those nanites work.
So when you lay down in a bed with your cut foot, it can't get better.
That will never happen.
All right. I get you. I am following.
All We're going to touch on the eye now. You know, the eye is very important, and people need direction. Eh?
Yeah.
The compass is important.
Yes, but that's not only from sight. But I get what you say.
If you don't have no direction, I will never remember where to come to this place.
That's right.
You know? Even though a lot of us living off a subconscious, because we store the information, we're not relearning at each time. You know? We store the information.
Right.
We only get things better. But we have certain cells in our eye, certain protein cells.
Yes.
They are found in the retina of our eye. What they does, they help with melatonin production.
Right. I understand that. Immediately I can see the connection, because they're going to sense the absence of light, whether we're in light or dark.
So these cells, what they does, they deal with probably the regulation, if you want to say that, but they deal with the melatonin. So and they also help with blue lights.
Okay.
Right. But check, you're not treating your eye properly. You're not eating right. So, you know, the blood can start to mess up the eye. Right, because the blood after collecting whatsoever the body or the brain chemist things and send it to the body, and the body send it out in the blood. So the blood can have that to, keep distributing all over the body, everywhere. So if you send blood that is not so proper to your eye, you're going to get the same vision.
Distorted vision.
Yes, man. And there are two different liquids in your eye. There are the aqueous humor and the vigorous humor.
All right.
When those liquid, like when the blood is not in a good chemical balance, it unbalances those liquid. It causes the eye to be out of a perfect shape, a circle.
Ah. Okay.
Right. And that leads up to glaucoma. Some of these people, when it starts to right where the lens is, those areas start to lose the proper shape as well, based off of all the eyes and the liquid that is there. So what you can do in that time, you can get drops, because we have drops here at More Life. What these drops do, they will help to balance back all the nutrients or the liquid that is in your eye. And then we'll give something to clean your blood. Because when the blood sugar level is balanced, you're going to have a better eyesight.
Yes. I can attest to that. In visiting my doctor and saying, Doc, I notice when I get hungry that I can't sit too well. Oh, she said, well, not because your sugar level low. So immediately, So I thought it was something more serious than that. And she's like, no. Your sugar level just low. So that is why you have that issue.
You see, I look on certain things as if I come to you with my eye for correction, I don't want to be wearing that glasses all the time. That the glasses is for correction.
Right.
Not to be
improving.
Yeah, man.
It's not repairing the damage.
No.
It's simply correcting it, making your eye get used to working the way it's working.
Right.
Working defective.
Exactly.
Okay. So we want to correct
you
that
need
defect.
To correct how it is. And it's the blood getting to that. And the nerves. You know, you have a lot of nerves. You have the optic nerves. You have a lot of nerves that, works.
That's right.
And they work together. So if the nerves is not into a good working motion and the blood chemistry is out of balance, you will be having a problem. You're going to be coming up with short sight, which is myopia, or the long-sighted hypermetropia. So they're going to tell you that you need a diverging lens for the long sight, or a converging lens.
The short sight.
Yeah. But wearing these lenses, to me, and this is my philosophy, you're only training the body to make a new fundamental change. If you take in something to correct that, like a chemical, because the brain is dealing with the chemist. So if you know that the chemical reaction wasn't right, you can change the formula.
Adjust the formula.
Yes, man. Taking something off to make the blood become more balanced in terms of the pH and the chemical that is supposed to be there.
What's supposed to be servicing the eye.
But if I'm not doing none of that and come to you and you give me a glasses and I'm going to be wearing that glasses, but I am not doing nothing on my side for that correction.
To repair.
Each time I check you, you're going to have to give me a glasses with a thicker lens.
Yes, because the problem persists.
Right, but the glasses is making a fundamental change because I am not doing nothing on my side. So the body is just getting used to the glass. If I was taking something to correct my vision, that, the sun is a big correction.
Yeah.
Right. If I was doing something to correct the vision, the body would be resisting the glass. You would get up and say, I don't need this glass. But we make that big fundamental change in our life. Judging glass, wearing glass. And when you do all of that, remember what melatonin does to the body. It repairs the body. So when you cut off and shut down those cryptochromes, messing up the retina and them stuff, by taking in a higher, thicker lens each time, what do you think going to happen?
Repair process going to be
slowing down, man. So you speed up the aging. So you're really able to get old
Quicker.
quicker because the melatonin not really work to that full performance because you mess up your eye.
Uh-huh.
And Charmin is here. Charmin used to have one of the most sophisticated glass. You could sell it and buy some parts on a car. I'm telling you.
I was diagnosed with short-sightedness and astigmatism.
Oh, short-sighted and astigmatism. All right.
And,
Come closer to the microphone, man. Let listeners hear you. Because remember, sometimes listeners want to hear from Charmaine, you know. So come join the conversation. Listeners, you're locked into More Life Products, The Herbalist and You. And joining us for second time on air is Charmaine. Charmaine, morning.
Good morning, y'all. Yes, I was testifying, as a matter of fact, to what Mr. Erskine was saying about the glasses and the eye problems, because I too was a person that was wearing glasses and, thick glasses, because I had a stigmatism, according to the specialist,
Yes.
and I was short-sighted.
Uh-huh.
So I couldn't see things from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then things were blurry at some point. But after meeting Mr. Erskine, and he started telling me that my nutrition and my blood need to step up in order for all of this to change. So he started me off by looking in the sun in the early mornings.
Yeah.
And when I start looking in the sun, I couldn't stare at the sun because my eye was like running water profusively.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I continued it for quite a while. I can now stare in the early morning sun without crying, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I no longer wear my glasses. I don't even remember that I have a glasses.
Balancing the nutrients, balancing
Exactly.
the chemicals that service
So
the eye.
I can attest to what he's saying about nutrition and proper caring and maintaining of the eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I also was a glasses wearer.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I no longer need a glasses.
I didn't meet you with glasses, and I meet you
Exactly.
over several months now.
Right. And you never see me with the
I've never
glasses.
seen you in glasses.
So a lot of people don't even know that I wear glasses.
Used to wear glasses.
Used to wear glasses. Sorry. Thank you for that correction.
Yes, ma'am.
And I also add an invisible bifocal lens, so you must know how
Powerful.
bad the eye was and how good this eye wash and nutrition is to helping with the stuff that goes on with our body.
And so the two tie into each other because diabetes, one of the fundamental, diabetes affects so many aspects of the body, and one is that you have to take special care of is your vision. When you have diabetes, you learn that, listen, you need to go see the ophthalmologist, you need to go see the specialist to see what is happening behind your eyes, in that area there. So I definitely can see how the two tie in together. So we definitely appreciating the subject matter that you've brought this morning, and I hope the listeners are benefiting. I have a question. Good morning. What about aloe? What about aloe? What is it that you want to ask the herbalist about aloe? What about aloe? You can interpret that question, Sir Erskine, because that's all me get. What about aloe? Back one mic for me.
I know aloe vera as a laxative.
Uh-huh.
I don't know it to use in the eye.
Or maybe as a bitters.
Or something to deal with your liver.
Pancreas.
To clean out, basically.
So is it, I
it's
guess
mainly a laxative.
It's mainly a laxative.
Yeah.
So even with bitter, it's not necessarily.
It's when it goes inside, what the aloe vera really does, it works on your energy.
Okay.
Taking in too much aloe vera depletes your energy.
Okay.
Right. When you're taking in aloe vera and sometime inside, it's just to clean the intestine area and the stomach wall and stuff. Using it topically on your skin is for antifungal and antibacterial, antiseptic, those type of property will be offered.
Okay.
And for burn, it used as moisturizer, used to block too much sun rays. And if you get a burn, you can just put some aloe gel on it right away to prevent certain and further damage.
All right. So
but I wouldn't recommend it for the eye, like we were talking about the eye.
Well, maybe this question was coming in. I'm not sure. Maybe it was coming in for the bitters. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
But your eye, as I tell you, it is very important, and if you find that your eye is not working properly and it's diabetes problem, and you know your doctor going to tell you, say, listen, you need to check the eye doctor. I think you need to check on your nutrition, what you're having problem with, and balance your nutrition. Even instead of going to an eye doctor, check a nutritionist.
All right. So after you leave the medical doctor and he diagnose you with diabetes, part of that management is going to be your nutrition.
Yes, man.
They are going to tell you to look into that.
Right.
So when you're checking with your nutritionist, you have to be keen on those things and make sure that you include in that diet things to service your pancreas, your liver, the entire body.
Exactly.
And then now, building on that, you can also, for a holistic approach, you go check More Life to make sure, say, you get those items in the prescribed dosage that can help clean your blood and get the nutrients where they need to go.
Remember that we're working together, you know, both we and the doctors, the pharmaceutical industry.
Yes.
Because, you know, people are in areas, it's not every area where you're going to be able to reach to a herbalist at the pivotal point.
Yes.
Sometimes it takes longer than some. So nothing is wrong checking with your eye doctor, your pharmaceutical for those emergency stuff. But for a more holistic stuff, you can come and check with More Life. Whenever you can reach us.
Yes.
But don't stop and say, all right, I'm just going to More Life, and don't take the emergency stuff at the pivotal point.
Yes.
Because that can help you to enhance life until you reach to us.
All right.
Don't shut yourself down and don't be narrow-minded.
All right. A holistic approach. All right. We just got about 2 more minutes. So, time love to play a little game with me. Now, when I'm watching the time and saying, all right, time to wrap, then all of a sudden 2 minutes seem like 5. But I'm going to take it this time on cue that we're going to start wrapping. So just to recap for the listeners, the information that you were sharing with us this morning, we started, we dealt with diabetes.
With the diabetes.
And so in a quick summary, can just...
the quick summary, the first thing with the diabetes, just put some more balanced diet by putting something sour and something bitter in the diet.
You name 3 items.
Yeah, man. I named the dandelion. I named the dandelion root, rice bitters. A lot of people know it as rice bitters. Some people know it as garden balsam. The milk thistle is another one.
All right.
And when you're taking them, including something to boost or build your immune system.
All right.
Don't take herbidose something for the immune system, because the immune system could be compromised and you don't know.
All right. All right.
And it could mess up at the whole chemical process.
And then we dealt with the eye.
The eye is very important, as me tell you. It helps you with directions. Your cryptochrome cells, those are protein cells that is found in the retina of the eye.
All right.
And they help to regulate blue lights, and they control melatonin. So, you know, melatonin deal with growth, and melatonin deal with fixing up back of the body where something is need to be repaired. So, you know, if you're not working those areas or taking care of them or taking care of your eye, you're going to mess up those cryptochrome cells.
And then, in short, you're starting out your age, and you see what time you can play games.
You start to age right away.
Yes. All right. That is our time, Mr. Erskine. But got to say thanks for Charmaine. Thanks to Mr. Erskine for coming in and sharing with us some information. This has been the Herbalist and You, a production of More Life Products. They are located right here in Stuart Castle. Certified herbalist is Mr. Richard Erskine. Please remind them of the numbers to reach you, Mr. Erskine.
Okay, you can reach us at 299-7121 or 807-0068. And they are both on WhatsApp.
And as Mr. Erskine always shares with you, don't let this information fall on deaf ears, if I may steal his thunder. All right.
Not a deaf ear. Don't be conveniently deaf to this information.
That is the Herbalist and You. It takes our time now to a minute after 8 o'clock. All right. So after word from our sponsors, we come back. It's all about my neighbor. Charmaine asking what is milk tissue. I will ask the herbalist off air and give you an answer to that when we return. That was the Herbalist and You right here, Fit FM 96.7.
More Life Products presents The Herbalist and You, a health feature